Zunka bhakar thecha was one of my favorite dish prepared by my grandmother.
So first of all, we are going to learn how to make a zunka. It's very easy. You just need some onions and besan for it and few other spices that is easily available in our Indian kitchen. So I'm going to cut onions into small pieces. Now heat heavy bottom pan. Add jeera and rye. Let it splutter.
Now add green chili,
garlic,
and onions.
Saute for a few minutes. Once it turns translucent, add turmeric, haldi,
Red chili powder,
coriander powder, mix well. Add besan, cook on low flame for 8 to 10 minutes with the lid closed and keep on scraping the bottom in between so that zunka does not burn from the bottom. Cook it nicely till the rawness of besan is gone. Now it's ready to serve. Let's make thecha. Thecha is kind of a dry chutney made out of peanut, chili and red chilies. It's very spicy, but it enhances the flavor of the food, whatever you are having. It can be have with your simple chapatis, dal rice or anything else. So first of all, we are going to roast peanuts on a low flame till it's golden brown. Transfer it in a plate to cool down. And in the same pan, add jeera. Roast it well.
add green chilies,
and few cloves of garlic. Saute for 3 to 4 minutes. Don't cook green chilies completely. Transfer it to a plate to cool down. I have taken a spicier version. If you want, you can just take two varieties. One is spicy and one is less spicy and make the thecha. I'm taking a small mixie jar and now blend. You have to blend it coarsely, roughly, and it should have that chunky consistency. It should not be like a chutney. Now let's transfer it back to a pan. Just add some salt. Cook thecha for 1 or 2 minutes and now the thecha is ready. This step is important so that if there's any water content left from the chili, anything else, then it's not going to get spoiled. You can store thecha up to a week in a fridge and it tastes amazing with chapati or rice, as I mentioned earlier. So just enjoy thecha. Bhakar is nothing but a jwar roti made from jwar flour or a jwari flour. In English, it is known as sargam. It is very good for your health and it's very easy to make. And usually with all the gluten-free flours, you are able to make a thick chapati. But this is a traditional way that I am going to show you. And the chapatis are going to be very thin and soft. So first of all, we are going to boil some water. The detailed recipe is given in the description box, so check for the exact measurements. Once the water is boiling, add flour, mix well and make sure that there are no lumps. And now cover it and keep it aside for 3 to 4 minutes. After 3-4 minutes, transfer it in a plate and knead the dough nicely and make an even dough. Meanwhile, heat the tawa. Now take a small portion of dough and make a small ball. Dust into jwar rye flour. And roll it into a chapati with the help of dry flour.
Now transfer the chapati on the tawa and cook on medium flame. Now flip the chapati and cook from other side.
Once cooked from both the sides, fluff the chapati on the open fire, or you can also use a cloth to fluff on the tawa itself. The chapati is ready. Repeat the same process with the remaining dough. These chapati remain good for next 7 to 8 hours in the casserole. Now let's serve the thali. Here goes our chapati, zunka. On the zunka, we are going to sprinkle some coriander and let's serve it in the thali along with the thecha. And enjoy it with some onions, and this super yummy Maharashtrian thali is ready. I hope everyone is going to try and do let me know how it comes out.